Welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about how the quotation messages works. Okay, so if you see these quotation messages, what it talks about at the time of creating sales order, any open quotations available to convert into the sales order or not. Okay, here are different options available. If you see the same thing which works, how you works in ECC in the similar way you have in S4 HANA also. So if you look at here, so at the time of creating this document type, okay, sales order, if you keep it a blank, if any open quotations available also, it is not going to check. Okay, so when you enter a header data, like your sold to party and ship to party, when you press enter, so if any open quotations available, it will check a header level. In the similar way, if you select this one at item level, when you enter a material and certain quantity, it will check at item level. Okay, so it is something different. About two options, it is going to show all the quotations. Okay, uh, at a header level and item level, but this is different. Okay, so it checks, like, if the sold to party and ship to party, whatever the header data, if it is matches, then only copy unique. In the similar way, it is looking for the item which actually you have entered into the sales order that should match with your quotation item also. So both are unique. Okay, see, check at a header level and branch to the selection list. Like, if you have a header to branch scenario, such as these two options will be used. Let's try to explore this, how it works. Okay, let's try to create some quotations. As of now, let's make it this blank and save this. This is the document type what we are looking for, and let's try to create some quotations. Let's go back. Okay, let's press the transaction VA21 for your quotation creation. So let's press enter. Oh, it has some, it is asking mandatory as an inquiry. I don't want to get into this one. Let's try to go back to the section. So let's go to the quotation. So I'm just taking out reference mandatory so that it will not ask. Okay, let's save this and go back to your document type dir. Let's keep it here. Okay, let's try to create a quotation again. When you press enter quotation, let's try to enter the sold to party and try to choose this sales area, and let's try to choose the validity from 27 to by this month end. Okay, let's try to take some material with some quantity. Okay, so let's try to check any incomplete log is there. Edit, go to incomplete log. Okay, so no problem, it is asking about payment terms. Let's try to enter this. Let's go back, try to enter the Incoterms. Okay, go back. So let's try to enter for price PR00 manually. Let me try to make it 100. Okay, now if you see, you can get the document is complete. Let's try to save this. The quotation number is, so it is somewhere 20,037 is the quotation number. Let's try to create one more quotation. Okay, let's try to choose the validity for this. Let's try to enter the material. Okay, let's go to the header. Let me try to fill the data. Press enter. Let's enter the price. So let's try to check in complete log now. So let's try to enter the payment terms. Go back. Now document is completed. Now let's try to save this. Now let's try to create a sales order now. Okay. When you press enter, when I press the header level data, it is not asking anything, right? Now let's go back and try to fill quotation messages. Let's check at a header level. Okay, choose A and try to save. Oh, let's try to go back. Previously I'm not asking to check since it is a blank. Now if I press enter, so let's choose this. Let's press enter. Enter the sold to party. See, now you can see the message open quotations available for IT102 because we have chosen an option quotation messages with A. A means where we have entered this is at header level. It's supposed to be check. Okay, let's come back. If you'd like to continue, you can continue, or else you'd like to see the list. What are all the open quotations available? That you can see the list. Previously, we have created these two quotations. If I select this one, okay, copy. So enter the data. So let's try to save this. Let's go to the edit and try to, okay. So let's go back and try to save. So let's try to create one more sales order. Okay, let's press enter. So now you check the list. One quotation we have already utilized. That's why it is asking like this. In the similar way, you can able to check at item level also. Let's try to create one more quotation. Okay. So this is for quotation. It is asking since we entered. So let's try to enter some quantity. Let's try to enter the same material with another 5 quantity. So validity till this month end. So let's try to fill incomplete log. Let's come here. So I'm just trying to fill the pricing. Okay, go back and let's try to go to the header and go to the billing document. try to fill some Incoterms. So payment term, okay. These are the incomplete logs. General will get it. Let's try to check this quotation is completed or not. As it's completed, let's save this. Now let's try to check the second option. Go to your document type. Let's try to make it be this one, quotation messages. Let's save this. So now come back and try to create a sales order now. Press enter. Previously it was header. It shouldn't ask. Okay, press enter. Okay. Now let's try to enter the material with some file quantity. Now at item level it is asking, since we have chosen this one as B, quotation messenger B. So we are asking like any open quotations available for certain material at item level. Okay. So let's come here. So if you'd like to continue with current process, you can get continue with, or else there are open quotations. You can list out. You can see the list. It will show the order quantity also. This quotation one quantity, one bag left. This quotation some two bags left. And so like with the same quotation you have two line items with the same material. It is available. Whichever you want, you can choose this. If I want this, I can choose this. Okay. Now let's try to save the sales order. So let's try to check incomplete logs. So copy controls not fully set up. So that's why full data is not copied. Otherwise, you need not copy anything. Okay. Okay. This one. Let's try to save this. So now we created this sales order. Let's try to create one more sales order to check the item level. Take the same material. It's some 8 quantity. So check the open quotations. So previously you have line item 20 is available some quantity we have utilized, so that you can able to use these quantities as well. Okay. So this one, let's copy. So what is the reference quantity? Total reference quantity is 8. Okay. So like that, other details will be copied. This is how you can able to check at your header level and item level. So when you are checking at header level and item level, the customer is different, some data is different. If header and item data is unique only, it will copies. If item data only unique, then if you would like to copy, then only it will show the open quotation. These are the two options. So you can check the rest of the options. This is all about your open quotation messages. So in the similar way, you can able to try when you are creating any sales order. You would like to check any open contracts available, like header level with the same customer any contract is available, or item level the same contract, open contract with similar kind of item it is available. So if you like to check unique level, this is all about this one. Okay. So and you have few other options also there. If it is value contract, we have two types of contracts, quantity contract and value contract. Such a cases you can able to check other options as well. Okay, let me try to drag this one. You can see it is branch and header scenario. This is for your assortment options. So if you can able to see some other additional options available for your outline agreements, if it is contract, then okay. So let's, you can able to explore at the time of the contracts. Otherwise we can see, we'll have a discussion about all these options at the time of exploring the contracts. See, no reference to add contracts for partner authorized to release, add contracts partner authorized to release, header level and item level. Okay, like that some options available if it is related to customer hierarchy then. Okay, so this is all about, this is for contracts, open messages, this is for quotations and product attribute. Okay, messages. Okay, this is like, related to your product attributes. We'll discuss this field separate section. And there is something called variant. Variant means your document type level, any field you'd like to make it optional or display or hide, you would like to do such kind of scenarios. There is one transaction called SHD0. Okay, so you'd like to make some fields, so then you can create a variant and you can assign to certain document type. What is the transaction? SHD0. This also we will see, it's a separate section. You can take the transaction or transaction variant. So you can able to define screen variants or standard variants or transaction variants by using this one. We'll see this later. For example, you're doing it at transaction code level via for change sales order. Okay, so you give the name some XYZ. You can able to explore this one. Okay, with processing or like, on change, whatever all the options we have, you can able to choose this one. Okay, so we don't get into this one. This is all about your this section is specifically talks about your quotation or quotation, how it works at header level and item level. Let's see rest of the things in upcoming session. Thank you. Have a great day.